So I already started, so I ain't gonna start again. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. See, see, I see what I'm saying? Uh, uh, doesn't matter anymore. My audio. Mow. How come I don't have a track selected? I don't have it. Okay, I don't know. It's working, right? It better be working. I'll check it out. Let's see what it says. Over. Let me. Whatchamacallit? How do you say? There it is. So I can be on the charts this week. Last time it was like, see, it's working, right? It better be working. There they go. There the boy is. I'm a little loud though. Let me turn my ass down just a bit to right about there. There they go. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anymore. Boom, boom, chicka, bow, bow. Oh, it's 7 o'clock, y'all. You know what time it is? 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 You know what? Hold up, let me check this. Check it. Let me check this real quick. Clock, y'all. You know what time it is? Oh my gosh, it's like freaking temporal time jumping. What up, y'all? It's the Cast, the official Blind Edition, Crucial, Super Dope Show for S49.com, representing allgames.com. I am the Electron Bandit. I am Stephen D. Gibson. I am owner of the Xbox One X. I am AKA the guy who's doing the sounds, music, some sound effects on a game that I still don't know if I can say what it is. It's on YouTube though, but I'm not gonna. We'll discuss that at a later date. But I do want to talk about the. They're talking about E3 in the chat in the Discord. Oh, hold up! I gotta sign in to all games again. I had to re up it or to pup a dup it. SGB. That's BB. In a place to BB. Lions. Anyway, so I did want to talk about how Sony be like, yeah, this is what's going on E3. And I was like, I think they trying to fool us. Think they either Sony's trying to trick us, right? Or their hubris is so great that they're like, yo, 4 games, that's all we need. That's all we got. That's all we need. Only 2 are first party though. Only 2 are ours. For real, for real. The rest are like third party, 2.5 party. You know what I mean? Not really ours, but exclusive. You know. So, yeah, we gonna talk about that a little bit, and then whatchamacallit, we gonna talk about Xbox because it's the best box. I don't like saying that because somebody else says that, and I don't hate this person, but I don't like him either. Not that I don't like him, he's just not interesting to me. So I'm like, click. Or it's a button press, really, because Xbox, come out and play it. So all day today, before we jump into video games, all day today, for the most part, I got up. You ever wake up and your house don't have no power? You ever do that? You be like, oh, let me get. Wait a second. I don't hear the AC. Okay, that's sometimes it cuts off. Yes, I don't hear the blue bleep blue fish tank. I don't hear. Although the door was closed, so you know, got some good sound protect sound isolationism in our house. Built real good. The walls are. And the lights, there's just no power. Oh no, My one test was I look over and the router is on the floor because for some reason they put the router in the bedroom and no lights. I was like, oh, we ain't got no power. Why ain't we got no power? Wolfman Jack. That hurts. That hurts the throat. Anyway, so all day, we got painted. Okay, it rained today a lot, like all day, like boosh. So I had to take out the generator, not to use it, but to take it out. I had to clear out the garage in a way so that they can paint, fix and paint, and scrape the ceiling and stuff. Because popcorn ceiling is hot garbage. Popcorn ceiling is the ceiling texture. God of War is the popcorn ceiling of video games. That's not the. That's not fair. Not accurate. But it's a funny insult, right? It's like, why is it? It's the why is it there game. That's not what God of War is. But if there's ever a game to come up like, why does this exist? That's popcorn ceiling. I guess it was good for sound. Some sound buffering. Some sound. Whatchamacallit? Baffling a little bit. Or about poison. I get poisoning the environment. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, okay, they're gonna scrape the ceiling, fix all the holes and the ding dongs and stuff. Paint it a nice juicy color, make it fresh and juicy, so we can have a great garage, a garage that is pretty to go into. I always wanted a garage. I always wanted to have a house. I can't do it in this house. I wish I could, but I can't because the previous owners put cedar on the wall and like a herringbone design. I was like, golly, that's pretty. I can't put a hole in it. Because what I was going to do, check me out though. This is like dope. Like, I was going to put huge sliding walls, like glass sliding walls, floor to ceiling on the garage part that's inside the house. Because the garage extends out and we can't do that because that's concrete block. So, but on the wood, be like, it'd be like a display. You could like display your car and stuff. But we don't have nice cars, so that doesn't make any. If I had like I was gonna say Ferrari, but if I had a Ferrari, like an outrun Ferrari, maybe. If I had the DeLorean, maybe. If I had a Tesla, I don't know. Tesla's kind of getting played out, right? But who's the next hot electric car? That's what I'm trying to. Tech Lunch Chat says, I don't get popcorn ceiling either. Why is that even a thing? It was a thing in the 70s. It was like, oh, we suck at taping up drywall, so here's all the mistakes gone. And they spray the stuff on to hide all the boom bumps. I guess. I don't know. But I think it does baffle some sound, like reflection wise. It deadens the sound a little bit because the surface is imperfect. So when the surface is imperfect and a waveform hits it, it breaks up into more pieces and it dissipates more, basically. That's why when you see people with sound treatment, it's like, they do the squares and stuff with different depth because the wave will hit all the different angles and they'll bounce and cancel out each other. That's the word I was like, cancel out each other. So that's why popcorn ceiling existed in the 70s, I would assume. I mean, they used to use popcorn ceiling in, I think, movie theaters. Well, for some sound treatment, but it's not. I think it has asbestos in it, so they don't do it anymore for new construction. Obviously, 70s thing. And before that, I think it was still in the 70s, but they had sprinkly, the little glitter popcorn ceiling, and then before that, I think it was just mainly, I guess the late 60s, early 70s started with that popcorn ceiling, so I'm not too sure. I don't know. But all I know is that we got the whole house scraped it, yo. Our whole house had it, except for the bathroom and the kitchen. So they be like, shoot, scraped it all. Man, the house looks so brand new right now. I was like, yo, y'all did a good job. I mean, I could have done it, but it was more fun seeing y'all do it, though. And we had to pay him this. Whatever. We got Shout Next Gen. We got DC Nate. We got Tiger Claw. We got Billy Okay. Also, I played Hellblade. Senua's Sacrifice. Didn't finish it yet, though. I'll talk about that too. So we're gonna talk about E3, Sony's E3 versus Microsoft's E3 versus who cares about Nintendo? Ah! Talk about Senua's Sacrifice. We're gonna talk about Sea of Thieves. That's what the show is gonna be today, and whatever else you guys want to talk about. The next movie coming out is is it Solo? What's today? Today's the 13th. No, Solo is in like 2 weeks. Solo's in 2 weeks. And Deadpool. Deadpool comes out this week, right? Oh, no rapper can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle bound man and put his face in his hand. Not the last, I don't remember the words. No. LL Cool J is hard as battle anybody. I don't care if you IX. They all champ rock the bells. Ding 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 ding. Okay, this is annoying with the freaking the gate or whatever the freaking frack is on this thing. La 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 la. Dabodi namo namo sebano tamano ting cha cha cha. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, that sync. Is it my microphone that's messed up or something? Is it my connection? Hello? I don't know, man. No, it's not that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm just continue. I'm just gonna continue. So, first up, we'll talk about Senua's Sacrifice. This is an older game. Talk about Hellblade. So, Tycla says I posted a video a short time ago of Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool video game. You know, Ryan Reynolds' his name is literally a comic book character. Alliteration, Ryan Reynolds, Peter Parker, Wade. What is Wade's? Is it Wilson? Last name? I don't know. Anyway, Hellblade. Okay, so if you guys didn't realize, you know, there's a whole bunch of. I'll talk about God of War real quick, but it has to do with Hellblade. So, Corey B, I like to call him Corey Barlog. He was like, "Yo, man, yeah, I wanted to do the one camera thing with Tomb Raider, but they wouldn't let me. So then I said, forget y'all, and I went and did it with God of War. Right? It's like, oh, okay, so." For the most part, it's one camera, but he cheats on one part where he goes into that light thing, Kratos. Anyway, so I was like, okay, that's cool. That's like a gimmick or something. But it doesn't make the game. That's not the part that makes the game super dope fly or anything, because I kept everybody and their mama is putting up God of War, old God of War Ascension videos, like the ending of the God of War Ascension and God of War this guy, all God of War stuff. So I was watching a lot of that stuff because I wanted to kind of listen to the voice acting and then kind of see, right? So I watched the ending of God of War Ascension where Kratos is fighting the sisters and one turns into the Kraken, they're fighting. And I was like, yeah, this is epic, just like the new God of War, except because he was fighting the Kraken, and it was one long ass. Like whenever Kratos is fighting, it's one long ass shot. So I'm like, this is exactly the same. It's the same effect as the new God of War 2018, except they're not like, oh, it's not one shot. They'll actually edit and cut and do stuff like that, like a movie, when needed, like in certain cutscenes. But when it's kind of guided, quick time like stuff that's in between free fighting, it's all one shot. It's all like Kratos is small, and then he's sliding down the tentacle, then he's flying. It's all one shot. And I'm like, oh, this is God of War has always been kind of like a one shot thing. So when they emphasizing this on this God of War, I'm like, I mean, yeah, but that's not. I mean, yeah, whatever. It's there, but it shouldn't be emphasized, and it shouldn't be anything that's, oh man, this is why it's the greatest. It's like, no, because all the other games did it, so that's not the big that game. That being said, Senua's Sacrifice is one shot. It's all one shot. Y'all didn't realize that? Go play it again. It's all one shot. No cuts. It's all one shot. And that came out before God of War. Now, granted, God of War took 5 years to make. And I don't believe that Corey bit off a Senua's Sacrifice, but there's a trend happening. And if you look at the framing of Hellblade versus God of War Ascension, there was some cutscenes that were straight out of God of War 2018. I'm like, yo, that's got, except the graphics are better on the new God of War because it's a different generation. But I was like, yo, that's it right there. That's it. And then I saw Hellblade. I was like, yo, that's it right there. And then some Spanish dude, did a comparison between Rise Son of Rome and God of War 2018. Like I said, I did not say that comparison, and they did it, and I was like, it's kind of similar, very similar. God of War is a better game, no denying that, and I think mainly because Tiger says it's probably a stylistic choice to make it look. They've always been cinematic, always. The God of War games have always been cinematic. I think the earlier God of War games are a little more epic because of how they play with the scale. They zoom way out, and Kratos is on this huge ass monster. But when you're always super close to Kratos, you can't really feel the scale. The scale isn't as impactful when you're up on somebody's shoulder and you're on a big monster versus Kratos is 2 pixels on a mountain and the mountain's trying to smash him. You know what I mean? It makes it way more epic, and that's why it worked. Anyway, Senua's Sacrifice, same thing, one shot. I've been playing on resolution mode because it makes no sense to have an X and to play with hot garbage graphics. I'm gonna play the role of graphics whore right now and be like, yo, and this is how I feel for real. The resolution on this game is more important than how smooth it is walking through haunted forests and stuff. You know, and occasionally you'll have a fight with some dudes who turn into ash and kill you because you have to die. I got to that part. I was mad. I was like, oh yeah, there's the part where they make you die to show you that you shouldn't be dying a lot. But then I heard that doesn't matter because you can keep dying and dying and dying and only goes to a certain spot, so you don't actually ever fail. Really? I should test that out, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna play it regular, how I will play. And it's a walking simulator / puzzle / a little bit of hack and slash. It's alright. You know. I think I like her character model better than Kratos because she's a female, and the female physical body for me is more attractive to look at in a video game. So ergo therefore, I would prefer to see Senua than Kratos. If they had a God of War where the God of War was a woman, like Kratos had a Freaky Friday switching with women in his body or something like that, some magic spell. There's magic in the Kratos world and God of War, so do it. So his essence goes into a female, and now it's like rah in the Senua, and she's like dope. Tekla says, "I got a question for you, and you have to think very hard on this one. Who will win the fight between Kratos and Thanos?" Let's see. Kratos is a god. Thanos needs a glove. Without the glove, Kratos will win. With the glove, Thanos will win. That is my answer. There you go. Still though, I think Kratos might win even if Thanos has the glove because Kratos is bad. I mean, he's a god. So was Thor and Loki, and he whooped their asses. Huh. Yeah. I guess that's my answer. Yeah, that's my answer. Without Kratos, with glove, Thanos. I have spoken. So God of War. God of War, God of War, God of War, God. This is America. Boom, boom. All Kratos has to do is chop off Thanos is all. Yeah, and all Thanos has to do is freeze time before he gets there. Like, shoot. You thought you were going to cut off my arm. There it is. Arm. I don't think so, God of War. I can't do Josh Brolin. DC Nate doesn't know Roman numerals. Kratos is immortal. That's what I'm saying. Kratos is immortal. And that's why I'm like, well, yeah. But with the glove, Thanos could literally change reality to whatever he wants and nullify Kratos from existence. You know what I mean? Tycho says Esgee, Thanos can't reverse time of the arm that had been gone. Yeah, but he'll reverse it before it's cut off. That's the whole point. He'll see it coming like, oh yeah, snap, freeze. You know, I mean, yeah. And is Kratos that strong where he could just cut off an arm just like that? I mean, every time I watch him fight, he was fighting Hercules. I guess it was in Ascension or 3 or something. I don't remember what game. It was 3. He's fighting Hercules. Hercules was whooping his ass. Granted, Hercules was bigger, and they're like brother, but father and brother, and then Kratos was like, yeah, but he was an asshole, so I'm gonna bust his ass. No, you can't do that. And then and Hercules was all jealous, like, while you were getting all the glory, I was cleaning the stables. Die, Kratos! And I'm like, really? This is what this this is what this fight is about? A jealous Hercules? I was like, okay, that's some writing. I was like, Tango says, well, Kratos does have the Leviathan axe. Is it enchanted? Probably. Everything that Kratos has is enchanted. He's a god. But like I said, he's a god, but so was Loki. So was Thor. They all got their asses whooped by Kratos. So just because he's a god and is immortal, quote unquote immortal, don't mean nothing. Cause Thanos was like, you're a god. Smack! You're a god. Crunch your throat. You're dead, blue boy. You know what I'm saying? Thanos don't play. But yeah, I think yeah. And Kratos has been all over the place. I was listening to the voice acting. I think the voice acting in Ascension was some of the best. I don't think the writing was that good, but I think the voice acting was definitely better. I think the writing in this new God of War is the best of all of them, and that's another thing. A lot of times, Sony fans I'll say just Sony fans for now, or God of War fans, will rate God of War based off of the God of War series, not based off of all video games. They're not placing God of War versus all the video games ever made. They're comparing it to God of War, right? And when you compare God of War 2018 to the other God of Wars, yes, it's a masterpiece. Yes, it's 10 out of 10 because the other God of Wars were like, okay, this is dope. This is all right. And then you're like, ooh, that part, nah, that wasn't that great. Like, oh, that writing, ooh. It's just like a really bad Clash of the Titans remake, except Kratos is in it now. That's what it felt like. I was like, man, this is... And they're like, oh, there was a different time. It was a no, it wasn't that far. It was last generation. It wasn't that far away. It wasn't. A good written game, a well-written game is a well-written game. Timeless. So don't give me that, oh, that was back when writing sucked. Well, sorry. You get no pass. Superman couldn't even be Batman, and Batman's a loser. Yeah, what is that? What is that? That's a statue, right? That up there. Superman can easily take on Thanos with his bare hand. Was he looking at a phone? Oh my god, he's looking at a phone. It's funny. But yeah, I ain't got nothing against Kratos. I'm just saying. Thanos, man. I mean, Thanos isn't unbeatable. But you can die in God of War, right? You can like game over, right? A whack little troll can kill you in God of War. So don't talk to me about all he has to do is no. If you can get killed by a little minion, a little skeleton boy, or one of them witches, whatever they're called, I can't remember, or just a troll with a big old tree, a big old block, then Kratos is whack, and Thanos is gonna whoop his ass. I forgot about all that. I forgot about him going through the woods getting his ass whooped by trolls. I forgot about that. Oh yeah. Is Thanos going through all these trials and tribulations with lower? No, he's sitting on his throne just like, and then he said, all right, well, my glove is done, so let me go collect my rocks, yo. And they went, bloop, blip, blap, bloops, blap, blip. That's what he said. Hey, Vision. You know what I'm saying? So I take it back. Thanos wins every time. Period. Period. That's right. Thanos. And for all you guys from the other side of the tracks, Thanos. Thanos wins all the time. Thanos wins all the time. Shoot. I'm trying to think. Did he even fight anybody that was like... I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Iron Man had to gang up on that fool to get him to stop whooping their ass. They didn't even defeat him. They were just like, okay, put him under a trance. They basically like shot him with like Novocaine or whatever. They're like, and he's like, oh, and he's like, oh. And then what's her name? It's like sleep. And then Star-Lord's like, where's Gamora? He's I threw off a cliff and I need to get the stone. And then boom. And then a boom. And then a blippity boom. Kratos wins. Whatever. They couldn't even have all these superheroes beat him. How is one Kratos who gets defeated by trolls and little juicy orange skeleton boys, zomboids, what are they called? I don't remember. Yeah. Kratos is whack. This is what we're discovering, that Kratos is he's a bad father, he's a bad god, he's an absentee god and an absentee father. Remember the part where he went into the light and then the one camera shot failed because they kept fading in and out? I'm like, hold up, if you're fading then it's not one shot. You just you just negated your whole. Oh, this is all one shot. Oh, no, it's not. If Kratos was still in the shot and everything faded, but he stayed, that would be one shot. But they didn't do that, so they failed. Anyway, remember when he did that? And then he came back, and your boy was like, "Yo, where were you, absentee father?" I'm like, "Oh snap, Kratos, you suck at dadding. Kratos sucks at dadding." That should be the subtitle. God of War, Kratos sucks at dadding. Because that's what it is. Doop 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 doop. Why is Gamora? Wait, I don't remember. Tygo says Esgee. Then Drax says, Why is Gamora? Excuse me. I don't remember that part. I just remember being disappointed in Star-Lord. I was like, oh, Star-Lord's a punk in this movie. Shoot, Thor just like smacked him down. Not physically, but just metaphorically. Just like, oh, like, well, why? Like, why are you talking like this? Is how I talk all the time. I was like, okay, that's fine. That's funny. But nah. So when what happened to Star-Lord, I was like, you know what? Me not care. And by me saying me not care, you can imagine what happened to Star-Lord. If y'all ain't, I know y'all all saw it, so it's not like I'm spoiling something. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. Kratos is a bad father, bad God, bad role model, bad everything. His beard is even bad. He needs better beard juice. Put some juice and berries in it. Get it fluffier. Get it more yum yum. Besides, how old is he? Even though, he's a god, whatever. He's immortal. Why is he looking older? That means that he's not. If he's getting older, that means he's not immortal. That means he's getting old. Right? So, is he just going to get older and older and older until he dies, right? That's how it works? Or is he reborn or something? Or is he like rejuvenated and then he's like young Kratos? I don't know. Does he shed his skin like a snake and then, oh, I'm young again. Boop, bop, immortality. I don't know. Say he's immortal, but he looks older. Well, how does he look older if he's immortal? See how this don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. And they did the older thing. They say, oh, Kratos is older now, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, so we can relate to the story. If he was young Kratos, how he looked in Ascension, you'd be like, same Kratos. But they aged his ass about 20 years. Or say 15. Well, 15 hard years, 20 regular years. Been out in the sun. So yeah, if you think about, the more you think about God of War, the more there are little cracks and like, oh yeah, that part was kind of whack. Oh yeah, I didn't like that part. Oh yeah. 10 out of 10. Come on, son. Like I said it wasn't. I give it a 9.999 out of 10. That's all. Moving on to what did I say I was going to talk about? I talked about Hellblade. It's a good looking game. Like when the splash screen comes on Hellblade, I'm like, I get up, I go, because I'm probably sitting about 10 feet, 8 feet. Let's say 8 feet from my screen. It's only 49 inch. So sitting there and the title screen, I go up real close. I'm like, oh man, let me look at that right there. And then I'm like, yeah, that's 4K right there. And the thing is, I don't have HDR, but this TV is better than SDR. It's like some weird in between. And I'm like, this is better than the other TV, but it's not HDR. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm missing a little bit without the HDR, but still. And I seen I think it was an LG 49 or 50 inch for like 349 at Best Buy, HDR and all that. I was like, oh, shit. Or it was a Samsung. I don't know, it was one of them two. I was like, man, these TVs are so cheap. Man, they're so cheap. I might have to get one of those, right? And then I'll take the one I got in the living room, put it in here. I'll be having 4K, yo. 4K for my computer. That's all I wanted for it. But okay, Oculus Go is a success with the family. It too can be a success with your family. He sounds like he's like selling them. It's funny seeing them play as if it was as if it has 6DF, dodging up and down, swinging their arms and stuff when not even tracking all those movements. Yeah, that's true. People don't realize it's the heads and the one controller, right? Just the head and the one controller. So yeah, that's pretty funny. But who knows? Who who who? There we go. Anyway, I was thinking about. I mean, I've been watching all kind of crazy. Like there was one video that Digital Foundry put out about the Sega Nomad versus the Switch, and how Sega's Nomad was the first console portable, actually like a home console and a portable at the same time. And I was like, yeah, it's right, but it was hot garbage. Uh, and now you could do Raspberry Pi and make your own little portable whatever, portable MAME thing, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I got have a text message. I wonder. Okay. Um. Um. All right. So yeah, Senua Sacrifice. Hellblade Senua Sacrifice is cool. The only thing that makes it a triple A indie game or an indie game at all is that its lack of content slash uh main protagonist slash story. It's more of a it's about some uh mental mental disease game. It's a game that deals with that in in Senua's character. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, and how they do it is kind of cool, and it could be part of a larger game, but they just made this part, which is good. I mean, think about like God of War, right? And think about how like he's got his demons because after Ascension he killed whatever that dude's name was, and he got released from Ares's contract or whatever it was, and all the memories of what he actually did came back to him, so he realized what he did. So imagine Kratos in a Senua's Sacrifice type of game, Kratos' sacrifice or Kratos' demons, or whatever you call it, and he's just walking around and he sees his wife and he sees his daughter and they're whispering in his ear and he's doing all kinds of stuff. They could make that game because Kratos is crazy, basically. And so if you think about the new God of War 2018, he realizes everything that he's done and it shapes him as the person that he is in that game. So, but I don't know if that was explained. I don't know if that was explained within the game itself, or was it? I don't know if it was necessary. It might be necessary for the dummies like me. But it's still cool. It's still cool. I give him props. I give Corey B mad props for that because he wrote it. So I give him mad props for that. I think we need more games like Hellblade and God of War. I think games like Hellblade could be quadruple A games, as Microsoft puts it, with time. Give them extra 2 years and some staff, and make a nice, big, juicy game. They could put all those crazy, encounters and epic moments and set pieces in there to make it crazy, and to make it up to the caliber that God of War, whatever. I mean, that's all it is, basically. If you take out like all the spectacle of a lot of these games, they're kind of dumb and they're kind of goofy. The games that don't have the spectacle and the set pieces that are good are it's crazy. It's like you're like Fortnite. Is Fortnite good? It's good. Is it the best battle royale? No. It's a little different, so it gets props like that. It's not a super clone, but I still think PUBG is a better playing game. It just looks like not great. It doesn't look good. I was looking at it the other day. I was like, this is ugly. I mean, it's 4K, but it's ugly as 4K. Get some better models, please. And then you look at Fortnite, like that's some cartoony stuff right there. I like that. And that's why all the kids are playing it. But and if you think about what Microsoft is doing, they got State of Decay, which is not exactly. It's kind of on the edge of kind of cartoony, but not really. So it's there. It's like, oh, it doesn't look offensive like PUBG, but it's not super cartoony like Fortnite. So it's in the middle. So that's cool. And then you got Crackdown, but that's a ways out. I think that's next year. And then what was the next game? Oh, Sea of Thieves, duh. That's more like Fortnite as far as art style. Although I like the arts. I like the character design in Fortnite better than Sea of Thieves. But what are you gonna do? But those are examples of open world games that use a different aesthetic to help the performance. They use this aesthetic that has less polygons. You need less processing to make these guys work. So you can put it in the open worldliness, the streaming of the open world in. And I think that's how a lot of these open world games are going to go. I don't know how Call of Duty or other these guys are gonna do. I think they'll do it, but it'll just be a smaller map, like 4x4 size, like Fortnite and the new PUBG, and not as many players. It's not gonna be 150, maybe 64 at most. I mean, Battlefield could do 60. I think they've been doing 64. So they'll probably do a 64. That's weird. Is that the dice? That's dice. That's the Frostbite. So Frostbite could do 64 players. Yeah, that'd be interesting because I like the way all the Frostbite engine games look, even though they look totally similar. You look at Star Wars Battlefront 2. You look at Battlefield 1, Mass Effect Andromeda. A little bit, but the Star Wars and the Battlefront look. It's literally palette swap game, and they changed their menus and the sounds, but it's literally like, wow, that looks good, but they look like the same, and it's a little bit like, oh yeah, it's like, but at that point, like, how do you make your game stand out? How do you make it look better? That's the question. I tried to start Titanfall 2, finish Trials of Blood Dragon. Oh man, I gotta play more Trials of Blood Dragon. TF2 was still installing, so I was stuck on True Gauntlet. Oh, that sucks. I hate that Gauntlet level. Titanfall 2. DC Nate, Titanfall 2 is awesome. It is the most underrated first-person shooter ever, and the campaign is the best campaign to date. Although I haven't played Infinite, I heard Infinite was good, but dude, that Titanfall 2's campaign is ridiculously good, and people don't give it credit because people are hating because I guess it was associated with Microsoft, so they don't give it whatever. Like, oh, ew, they got that Microsoft stank on it, so ew, forget it. And it came out in the wrong time. It came out between Battlefield and Call of Duty, which is a mistake. So whatever, but it's still, I still think about it today, and I'm like, what the heck was the Titan's name? I totally forgot what the Titan's name was, but he sounded like Optimus Prime. I was like, oh snap. Your Titan sounds like Optimus Prime. It's kind of cool. He's like a real character. And then the whole spoilers, the time jump or whatever it was, the time travel level was okay. I was like, all right, this is good. And then the other level where they're building the levels inside I was like, okay, all right, this is, I never seen this in the game before. Time travel, sure, but this, nope. And I haven't seen it since. So for me, Titanfall 2, best campaign, first person shooter ever. Period. I don't care about Half-Life. Half-Life can kick rocks because they playing, you know. And it's been too long. I'm sorry, Alex. I don't care anymore. Sorry. Dog, I don't care about you, dog. I got my new dog in Recore. I've been playing that too. Oh man, I forgot to bring it in. I have a code for 1 free month of Game Pass. I'm giving it away. Not today. I'm gonna give it away next week. So let me know in chat if y'all don't have Game Pass and you have not signed up for it. This is for new customers only. It doesn't work if you signed up and you stopped or whatever. This is only for new customers. So if you don't have Game Pass, got an Xbox, you want to get Game Pass 1 free month, let me know in chat, and I'll see about it. If there's nobody there, then I'll give it to somebody on Twitter or something. I'll figure something out. I'll just put the code up or something. Who knows? I'd rather give it to an all gamer though. You know what I mean? So whoever, I don't know, Pace or not Tiger Claw. He's too much of a fanboy. Too much of a fanboy. Tiger Claw is too much of a fanboy to want Game Pass. Yeah, so I'm not gonna give it to Tiger Claw because he's a fanboy. I'm just playing. He is though. He is though, but I'm just playing. So what was it? Wow. And let's talk about Sea of Thieves real quick. I like Sea of Thieves. I am level 11, 8, and 6. Yeah, 11. I think 11. Maybe 12. It doesn't matter. 11, 8, and 6. Because I don't play a lot, and I've been doing it solo, dolo, all the time. Never play with anybody else. Just me and my little sloop, whatever it's called, the little ship. And I've been busting it out solo, dolo. I do want to hook up with like Tedekin, Sub-Z, and them, and Matto McFly, and we could do it up. But I don't know when those fools are. Are they on right now? Probably not. I don't know. Most people have to work on Mondays. I'm off on Mondays, so tonight I'm gonna be playing all night long. All night long. Okay, maybe not that long, but I'll be playing. And people are like, oh, I got bored of Sea of Thieves. If you think about what Sea of Thieves is and what it has to offer versus like a PUBG or Fortnite or whatever, Sea of Thieves has more stuff to offer. The problem with Sea of Thieves is that the combat The hand to hand and the gun combat is not as engaging as tight as other games that have less content but a better quote unquote better gameplay type loop. Although the gameplay type loop is not just the combat, and that's the thing. Sea of Thieves is you get the mission, you go get the treasure, you bring it back. That's the loot. You get paid. That's the loot. That's the loop and the loot. The fighting is just part of whatever situation you're in, whether it's ship battles or skeletons or krakens. But if that combat was super duper tight, way tighter than it is, then I think it might be a little bit more fun. Like if the shooting on its own was like, yo, this is crazy, like if the loading animation was faster, a little bit give me 50% faster on the loading animation, especially with the sniper. You're like sniper, takes about 4 seconds or something. I'm like, come on, give me 2 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, pow. 1 1000, 2 1000, pow. 1 1000, pow. Make up some fictitious guns. This is Sea of Thieves. This is not supposed to be accurate. There's freaking skeleton ghosts for Jesus Burgadiza. And talking about Sea of Thieves and thinking about like what they can do with Sea of Thieves, I was like, yo, okay. First of all, I think there is a giant crab monster somewhere in this game. I don't know if it might be coming in the game. They haven't implemented it yet because I saw a painting of it on one of the islands. I was like, usually when they show paintings of stuff, then it's in the game, basically. It's like, hey, guess what? And I saw the giant crab monster. I was like, uh-oh, that looks kind of dope. And then I thought about it. I was like, oh, wait a second. Sea of Thieves is like Sinbad. Is like, I guess Sinbad is the closest thing to compare it to. So in Sinbad, you got the skeletons, right? Yeah. You probably have a Kraken. I haven't watched Sinbad all the way. I just see clips of him shooting, like fighting with the skeletons. Like, oh, look at those special effects, stop motion, so great. And then I never see them. They got Cyclops. Cyclops. They have Cyclopses. They can have a giant Cyclops. They can have giants in this. There's so many different things they can put in this game. And know what I was thinking? This is what I was thinking, because I was watching a lot of videos where they had like glitches in Sea of Thieves, like when it first launched, and like all the ships are flying in the air and stuff, and it was hilarious. And I thought to myself, what if they did like a expansion where there are sea ships and then there are air ships. Like Skies of Arcadia, right? You put a couple of balloons on your ship, you're flying up in the air, man. And there's dangers, right? So if you go, there's a ceiling, but if you go too high, just like when you go out of the border in the water, it turns red, and then the holes start and you sink. If you go too high, your balloons start popping, right? And then you fall down, and when the boat hits the water, all the holes and all the pre-hold hole places pop, boosh, so your boat's gonna sink, and you take 50% damage. I'd be like, yeah, all right, that'd be dope. Or if you jump out just before the boat hits the water, then you don't get any damage, or something like that. Yeah, that could work. But dude, and you could be like flying in a storm, lightning hits your balloon, boom, your ship goes down. That would be so dope. Give us airships and Sea of Thieves. Come on. You already got the ships flying in the air by mistake. Make it on purpose. The physics work, because they showed like a boat flying and it fell and it hit another boat, and the physics work. And I was like, oh shoot, I didn't know. I thought it would like glitch out or something, but no, the physics actually work. So yeah, man. I mean, that's on that part. And then you have I know they said something about mermaids, but you can have, like, there's a Kraken, right? There's probably many other different actually, I would like for them to model the whole Kraken, like the face and the body and stuff. And hopefully it's not like a giant squid. It would be an actual crack, like the God of War Kraken or the Kraken from Clash of the Titans. That'd be dope. But just think about what Sea of Thieves is. It's a magical pirate game. There are ghosts, there spirits, there demons, if you will. I mean, you got the skeleton, the dead zombie skeletons, right? Or they could do a crossover with Disney, Pirates of the Caribbean. You got Jack Sparrow, you got Captain Barbossa, the Black Pearl will show up. There's so many things that they could do. And it makes me happy because, I mean, I bought it and I have Game Pass now because I was like, $10 a month. Let's just do it, right? Game Pass is worth it. I was thinking about it, right? I was like, oh man, I got Game Pass. I forgot to cancel it. Whatever. I'll just give away the thing. You guys can have it, whatever. And then I remember, oh snap. Freaking Crackdown is coming out. And then Forza Horizon, all of the first party games that are coming out from Microsoft are going to be on Game Pass. I'm going to have all these games. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be buying games anymore. I mean, I might buy them digitally, and that's the thing. That's what they want you to do. And I think you get a discount too, right? You get a 20% or a 10%, something. I don't know. I gotta look into it. But I was like, wow. At first, when you don't have Game Pass, you're like, whatever. But then you realize, oh shoot, all these games is coming out, and they're just gonna pop up on my subscription, and I'm like, the game's out. Time to download it and play it, son. I'm so happy that I'm paying $10 a month. Now, I heard a rumor, which is probably false, but I heard a rumor that Microsoft would merge Gold and Game Pass, and so Gold would no longer be a thing. It would be you have to sign up for Game Pass in order to have Gold. You know what I mean? So you can't just have Gold. Or if you have Game Pass, you get Gold automatically. Because if you look at it, Game Pass is $120 a year, and Gold is $60. So it doesn't make sense. I mean, you got to pay for both, right? Oh, I'm paying for both right now, but it would be cool if it would just be the one, and I'd be so happy with that. I'd be like, yo, cool. Just the $120 for both, I would be good with that. And that would be so good for like public relations and what people think and blah blah blah. And it would make Sony do something. It's part of the competitions. Microsoft does this, Sony does that. I think Game Pass is the best deal as far as video game deals. Don't go to Redbox. Don't rent from GameFly. Game Pass. You get over 100 games. This is not an ad or anything. I'm just saying, 100 games. Say if you play all 100 games in a month, it's $1 a game. Of course, that's kind of hard to do, but I'm just saying. And you get and they're getting third-party games. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is going to be on Game Pass day one. There's another game I forgot. It's going to be on Game Pass day one. I was like, what is going on? Yo, Microsoft ain't playing with this Game Pass. Game Pass is what Microsoft is like, yo. I wanted to know the numbers on Game Pass because I signed up because it was like the free 2 weeks or whatever. I should have done the month, but I did the 2 weeks, so I'm giving the month away. And I was like, yo, this is dope. And not because like I looked through the library. I was like, okay, let me download this. I might play that. Let me download that. I downloaded Mad Max. I started playing that. And I was like, oh, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Not the best game, but it's cool. It's all right. And then I realized, Forza Horizon 4, the game that is the reason why. Literally, that I have an Xbox, Forza Horizon. First it was Forza, but when Forza Horizon, the first one came out, I was like, okay, this changes everything. Forza Horizon 2, that's it. This is my racing game. This series is my racing game, sorry. And then it makes me look forward to the games that are coming. Now, I know that they're kind of being tight-lipped, but Microsoft got Fable. and I think it's Playground. I think Playground Games is making the new Fable game. If that's true, Playground Games has been doing a thug thistle with Forza Horizon. I'm like, yo, can they switch gears and do an awesome Fable, open world Fable? As you know, it's gonna be open world. They got that on lock. But can they do that? Like, yo, I think I might be getting into Fable again soon. You know what I mean? And Crackdown, I don't know. I'm on the fence. State of Decay, I don't like zombie games that much. But I'm gonna get it because I got Game Pass. So I'm gonna download it and check it out. And if I don't like it, I'm like, okay, never mind. Delete it. Delete it. Like that. But that's the beauty of Game Pass. Game Pass is kind of literally like Netflix for gaming because it's like, oh, this the new one. And they're smart when they're doing their first party releases or new releases straight to Game Pass as well as everywhere else. It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. And if it's a game like Sea of Thieves, I'm glad I'm glad Bridget bought the physical copy because it's like, well, if something happens and I don't want to do Game Pass anymore or whatever, I still got the game. And that's the game that's going to be like a forever game. So that's an evergreen title. That's like Minecraft, you know. So I would have probably gotten it digital, you know, because I like the physical stuff. I am a collector, but honestly, it's less hassle. It's more convenient. That's the whole thing about Steam is like you don't have any physical discs with Steam. You just download it. Boom, boom, boom. It's the same thing with consoles. You download it. It's in your library. You're good to go. Except for Nintendo because they I don't know what they thinking, but it wouldn't. So speaking of, well, let me take a drink. Let me take a drink of my berry. Oh. Ah. I'm sorry. That was very loud and ridiculous sounding. And it made when you burp or you fart or something and it just sounds like a cartoon, you just be like, okay, that was funny. You just laugh. That's what happened. Anyway, speaking of E3 in the future, let's talk about Sony real quick. Let's talk about how Sony. See, here's my thing. Sony announced that they're gonna focus on 4 games. It's gonna be The Last of Us 2. It's gonna be the Spider-Mans. It's Last of Us, Spider. I gotta look it up. I don't remember. I do not recall. I do not recall. Come here. Da 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 da. Sony's E3. Chabba chabba chat chat chat. Sony will highlight no. Sony announces no. Sony won't reveal no. Yeah, they're not revealing PlayStation 5, so sad, so sad. So on deep dives. So sad. You see how they trying to twist it? You see how they, meaning websites. Sony E3 2018 announcements were focus on deep dives. La 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 la. Don't care. All right, so so Death Stranding, Spider-Man, which are not first party. What else? And what did I say? Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. So Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, first party. Spider-Man, Death Stranding, second party. Second party exclusive. So that's okay. First of all, They say they're focusing on that, but I don't think that's all they're gonna have. They're gonna have other stuff. Um, so maybe it's what 15 minutes per for the four, and it'll be say if it's a 2 hour. Well, if it's an hour, let's say 10 minutes per game. That way they have another 20 minutes for whatever else, indies and VR stuff. But that's not enough. Because, first of all these games have been shown. We've seen these games already. So they're going to go in deeper, right? So it's either going to go one way or another. They shouldn't show Spider-Man because everybody already knows and wants to get it. So I don't know how you can get more people to be like, oh my gosh, I have to get Spider-Man. No. What might happen is, oh, that's some bullshit. I don't know if I'm getting Spider-Man now. That's a possibility where you got all these people like, yeah, like Ghost of Tsushima. They have something to prove, but at the same time, it could be like, oh, that's kind of whack. Pass. Last of Us 2. They didn't show any gameplay. Not yet. They showed a cutscene. And I looked at it recently. I was like, there is no way that was in game. That was pre-rendered something. That was no way in the world that was in engine playing cutscene. I was looking at it, I was like, nah, PlayStation 4 Pro cannot do. Nope. Can't do it. Sorry. I've seen PlayStation Pro and you can't do that. Nope. So that was a lie. It's just a trailer. So you know what it's gonna look. It's gonna look good, but it's not gonna look that good. And although I will say that a lot of the pre-rendered stuff that they showed earlier, like Days Gone and God of War, looked good, and then the game looked different but good. Some ways better, some ways not. Like the lighting was better in the actual game, but there was some other things that were kind of taken away, like whether it's environment, something else like that. So I was like, But so Ghost of Tsushima has something to prove. Last of Us 2, just want to see gameplay. What were the other two? Wow. Up again. Why did I close? Why did I close? There it is. There it is. There. I can't believe it. Sorry, Spider-Man. Spider-Man Death Stranding. So Death Stranding, everybody wants to know. There's also another risk of Death Stranding being not that great either. Because, yes, Hideo Kojima is a good creator. He's a great creator. But it's not Metal Gear. So it's kind of like the Mega Man dude. He's like, yeah, I don't make Mega Man anymore, but I'm going to make a new game with better graphics. It's called Mighty Number 9. Yeah. And we all know how that turned out. Like, oh, Mega Man, the Mega Man creators making a new Mega Man game, but it's not called Mega Man, Mega Man. And then you play it, it's like, oh, this is hot garbage. So, like, what could Death Stranding be for it to be better than Metal Gear? Like, what made Metal Gear good? Is the goofiness? I mean, yeah, they could do that. The weirdness, baby in the throat, sure. But gameplay wise, is it just a third person open world? I don't know. What is it? That's the thing. Nobody knows what it is. Are you walking in this desolate place with black water and invisible people monsters that come to eat your face? I don't know. It seems all weird to me. So I don't know. Death Stranding has a lot to prove as well. I mean, people be like, "Oh my gosh, look at it!" Oh, I was like, okay, it looks cool. Uh, what's the game though? I understand y'all can love graphics, but what's the game? So and finally, Spider Man. One thing I want to say about Spider Man is that I don't like how Peter Parker looks. He don't look. He don't look right. Let me look. Let me. Let me pull up the Peter Parker. Spider Man. Spider Man PS4. Spider Man. Spider Man. Are they gonna show Peter Parker? No, they're not, because I put in Spider Man. Peter Parker. Here we go. There it is. There it is. Oh yeah, see it. Let me, and then let me. Oh, I gotta do it a different way. Let me do it this way. There he is. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not bad. I'm not saying he's ugly. I think his eyebrows are a little too bushy, a little unkept. And usually, I mean, Insomniac makes good. Well, I can't say that because it was a character creator in Sunset Overdrive, and I made a fly looking female. She was like, "Yo," I was like, "Yeah, boy." So there's Miles. See, Miles is all right. He looks a little more African than. Is that Miles? That's Miles, right? I think it is. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that's Miles. Okay, there he looks more Spanish, but here he's a little more African right there. Although maybe he's like Puerto Rican or something. Boricua. Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like his face. I don't like not him. I don't like no. I don't like no. I don't. I don't know. I don't. Back to this one. I don't. That's Mary Jane. I don't like her face either. Yeah, I'm not liking none of this right now. This is not. Man, who is that? Oh, that's the older Parker. I forgot which Spider-Man that was. Yeah, I don't like. I don't know, man. How does she look like? A young Lindsay Lohan, maybe with the bigger jaw. A little bit. I mean, Lindsay Lohan is a natural redhead, so. No, I'm not. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not feeling the new Peter Parker, not Spider Man, Peter Parker. But whatever. That's just that little part with the story, and I don't know how much this is gonna play into the actual game because the story parts in Sunset Overdrive weren't superly. Oh man. But they were funny. They were cute and stuff. So it was all good. It was blah blah. Yeah, it was all blah. It was all good. All good. Um. So the whole point is, here's the thing. There are two realities here. One reality where Sony only shows and focuses on these four games. That would be a huge mistake. The other reality is Sony's trying to play everyone as fools. And they be like, yeah, we're going to focus on four games. And then, psych! And then they put all this other garbage up there. And it's like, oh, you just wanted to have some surprises. Oh, okay, I see how you doing it. I think that's what they're doing. I think they're trying to just hide some stuff. And then they're going to see what Microsoft is going to do. This is what they do. See what Microsoft is going to do. And then, boom. They're going to switch some stuff up. And like, okay. This is what I think Microsoft should do. I think Microsoft should have two press conferences. They have the first one to open up E3, as far as we're Microsoft, this is what we're doing. And then the second one is like, nah, that wouldn't work. Or it'd be like, oh, we have some special announcements that will be on Tuesday. Oh! And then they announce it, boom! Whatever it is, like price cheaper than Sony stuff or whatever, more this and that, you know. Because Sony uses the time slot as an advantage. They did it in 2013, and they're doing it. They try to do it every year when they can, but they can't really do it when they don't have any new stuff to show. They just show the same stuff every. They've shown the same games for the past 3 years. Well, Ghost of Tsushima was last year was the first time, but everything else was the same. Spider-Man, Death Stranding. The other one I forgot. I closed it. It's And then you say, oh, okay, only 4 games. Microsoft's going to have so many more than 4 games that I could probably call it right now just based on the numbers Microsoft won E3. Not being a fanboy, but if you got 4 games versus 20, 30, come on. How can you even be like, oh, yeah, it's just our games are so good that we only need 4? Get the hell out of here with that. Nobody want to hear about that. That's not how it works. Y'all think because God of War is this slam bam, thank you, man, that y'all every game is God of War? Nope. You guys just put out your best game of the generation. You might as well start digging the grave because nothing else is going to touch it. You can say, oh, Last of Us is going to... Nope. Last of Us is not going to be as nice as God of War because it doesn't have those epic set pieces. It's not the same combat, not the same characters. It's not fantastical, no magic. It's no competition because God of War is this fantasy adventure game. And Last of Us is a horror sci-fi drama. And even though it's a good game, not going to be better than God of War. Spider-Man might sell more than everything else because of Spider-Man, but that's not going to be better than God of War either. Ghost of Tsushima, hell no, that's not going to be better than God of War. So what did they have? They got nothing because they just blew their whole wad on God of War. God of War is the climax to the PS4. Everything else is downhill. Start looking for that PS5. That's why people are like, oh, PS5, they're going to show it. Yeah, because guess what? Everything else is going to be not hot garbage, but, comparatively speaking, not as good. You're not going to get another God of War this generation on the PS4. Not a game like that. Not at that scope. Not at that. It took them 5 years to make that game. And that was a good director dude making that game. That was Corey B. He should be a movie director, honestly, because he was basically a tutor. He took tutelage under George Miller, basically. When he was making Fury Road, there's a whole interview about how he was like the apprentice. He was sitting there, he was talking to George Miller, talking to George Lucas, blah, blah, blah. I told you about this before. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. This guy, this is an example of how game creators need to get schooled. It's like, if you're going to make a game, you're going to be cinematic. I mean, that's the whole thing. If you're making a cinematic type of game, then yes, you go talk to these filmmakers and writers, and you say, okay, well, let's see what's up. Oh, yeah. But what about Beyond Detroit? Is that coming out before E3? I don't think that's going to be a good game. It looks good. I mean, graphics, yeah, but I mean, David Cage makes some pretty games, but they fall short. And it feels like wasted, I don't want to say talent. It feels like it's wasted in some way. I just can't pinpoint. I can't put my finger on why. Because it falls short in the story department. Is it because of the language barrier and culturally is a little different, and he doesn't understand it because he's making Western games, but he doesn't understand America that much. Maybe he should make a game. Is he from France or is he from Canada? I don't even know. I guess I'll say he's from France. He should make a game set in France with French people speaking. I mean, they can have different language patches and stuff, so that's all right. But why doesn't he do that instead? Well, I guess it wouldn't work because it's a different culture and it's a different audience. So that's why that one work for us. It probably work in France real good. Be like, oh yeah, France, yeah, yeah. But that way, well, if they do, the problem I think mainly the problem with the David Cage games is that, well, the except for Fahrenheit, that was like the first one, but the other ones is like he's casting these like French people who are trying to be English or American, and it doesn't work. Well, some of them, not all of them. So I think some of it is voice acting. I mean, he does have American actors, Helen Page and Willem Dafoe. But sometimes he has other guys that aren't, and they're trying to be, but they're not. But whatever, that's semantics. That's not a big deal. It's mainly about third acts. Third acts of his games are kind of not great. That's where they fall apart. So maybe he needs a writing partner. Maybe he needs a story group to get the story right. Blah blah blah. I don't know. All I know is it's kind of a formula with him. It's interesting, but I don't think too many people want to play a game that has a drunk dude beating up a female android. Even though it's an android, it doesn't matter. If you're beating up a female who looks like a female human, that I understand what you're doing, and I understand it's a serious situation, but yo, me too. Come on, son. You have to be sensitive. You gotta, I mean, there are scenarios where the robot android lady will whoop his ass, shoot him in the face, whatever, and then he'd be like, yeah! They should be like, yeah! It should be like applause when she kills him. Anyway, I don't know. It's weird because it's like, oh, I should be interested in this game, but I think it's a little bit too drama heavy. No, that's not it. Because some drama pieces are awesome. Like Blade Runner 2049 is like, oh, that's cool because of the world. Detroit Become Human isn't really, the world is just future Detroit with android people with a little light on the head, right? I'm like, oh, it doesn't put me in that world. It doesn't bring me to Detroit in the future. It just it's just a setting. And I think one of the problems with his games is that the world building isn't there, and it needs to be. The character interactions and the human interactions, all that stuff, that's fine and dandy. Most of that stuff is pretty good. But building a world in which players can kind of lose themselves and then care about the characters and what happens, that's part of, like, God of War did it great. Beyond Good and Evil, the first one, did it excellently. And that's an old game. That's a 360 joint. No. Was that an original Xbox? Hold up. I think it was original Xbox. I don't remember. I just know I have the 3D version. Yeah, it was. I don't remember. I think it was. Anyway, the world building is important, and beyond the quantum dream, quantum break, quantic dream games don't have the world building aspects like other games that make you care about everything else that's in the world. I guess Hellblade does a pretty good job of it, but it's more about the inside of Senua's mind as opposed to where she's actually going. Where she's going is just, it's kind of a generic, Viking, Nordic landscape. So it's not there really isn't world building because everybody is freaking dead. It's just Senua going through, you know. So in that respect, it's more about the character's world and her perception of the world as opposed to actual physical locations. And so Beyond Good and Evil 2 make it so it was like, oh man, the first one was like, oh, this is a crazy nice world, and even though it was a simple game, it wasn't super complex. It was like it was beautiful for the time. Art style was great. It was cool. I was like, oh wow, this is kind of cool. She's a photographer. She's trying to find out what's going on. Blah blah blah. It's all kind of cool. You got the pig dude. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Wow. You got the hippo. I mean, not the hippo. Were they hippo dread dudes? They were like the mechanics that would fix your hovercraft and stuff. It was a lot of cool world building stuff. And what I've seen from Beyond Good and Evil 2 is like, oh, yo, if the world building is like that times 1,000,000,000 of the first game, I was like, yo, this might be dope. So, and Ubisoft open world games have been nice. So I'm in for Beyond Good and Evil 2. I'm in like Flynn. But yeah, Quantum Dream. I mean, what else? What else could they show? I mean, like if they have just those four, and then Microsoft has Forza, I think Battlefield. They have a lot of third party. I heard a list, and they were like, there was a lot of third party stuff. They got a lot of that Starfield, is that what it's called? The Bethesda space open world space game. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like that could be like the jump off right there. Those look, it could just be Starfield. I think they got some more Anthem. It's like I just named four right there that are kind of more interesting than a lot of the stuff that Sony's doing because Death Stranding is going to be weird, not coming out until at least 2020. And Spider-Man is a given. I think Spider-Man is probably going to be it'll be the most successful. I think that Last of Us 2 will be a better game craftsmanship wise, but Spider-Man is going to be more fun because the thing about Last of Us 2 is that it's really about drama and people dying, da da da. Ellie finding out that Joel lied, blah blah blah. That probably happened. So you know, I mean, drama's cool, but sometimes you just want to have fun, play a fun game, have fun, jokey joke fun. Last of Us 2 is not that game, and I'm not gonna say it's a problem, but it is definitely a deterrent for some people who want to play games to escape that type of drama in their lives, or parents who say, yo, here's a game for little Timmy, not The Last of Us 2, Spider-Man. That's what I'm saying. Spider-Man is more family friendly. It will sell more, just like Fortnite is more family friendly, so more than PUBG. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And that's what's going to happen. Even though Last of Us 2 will be a better game technically, it's not going to do as well as Spider-Man. You know, and so, I mean, I guess Sony is on super coasting mode right now. They're ramping up for PlayStation 5. They're getting their ducks on the road and getting that thing sewn up so that next year, 2019, they can say, yo, PlayStation 5 2020, you know, and that's interesting, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have that much else. I really don't have that much else. I really don't have that much else. Did I talk about everything? I'm trying to think. Was there anything else I talk about? See it. Thieves. What else? Play another game. I'll send you a sec. Yeah, that. It's funny too because I remember people like, "Oh man, this game is so beautiful on the Pro," and I looked at it right, and I looked at the visual enhance mode right, and I was like, that the visual enhance mode is basically the best looking mode on the PlayStation 4 Pro because they can't do 4K right, so it's either 1080 or 1440p upscaled with more graphical goodies. I think it might be 1080p. Well, it doesn't matter. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, no. I put it right on resolution. I was like, oh, so crispy. Thank you. It looks so good in 4K. You can't do that on the PlayStation. You can't do that. It's so good in 4K. I was like, oh my gosh. Although, one thing I will say, I don't like when they put the noise in the film, quote unquote, film grain / noise. I don't like noise in my games. Give me an option to take that out. I know it hides some artifacts, it hides some jaggies, it hides this and that and the third. I don't want them. I don't want that. Take it out. But I went through the frame rate mode where it was like smooth. I don't know if it was 60, but it was pretty smooth. I was like, yo, that's pretty smooth. If one is smooth, yeah, I'll do that. But I went 30 frames. I would imagine it's 30 and 4K. I was like, yep, that's the way I gotta play. If I got an X, I gotta play 4K. It looks so good. And besides, a game like this where it's just third person, slow moving, it's not a twitch shooter or anything. Frame rate doesn't matter that much. Besides, it's more cinematic anyway. And I prefer something closer to 24 frames when you're dealing with cinematic looking games, just like God of War. Although, I probably still play that in 30 because it just feels more cinematic. It's like going to watch The Hobbit in 48 frames. That broke my brain. I was like, nope, never again. And I didn't. I watched it in oh wait, we got the Blu-rays, and there are no 48 frame versions of that Blu-ray, are there? There are no high frame rate versions, are there? Holla. This is America. Tell me no Scarica. Tell me the guy that cousin named Erica. Blu-ray. There it is. The Hobbit Blu-ray, 48 frames per second. Blu-ray does not run at 48 frames a second from what I could find. The link says it can run up to. Shut up. People don't know what that. La la la. Da 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 da. Let me look at the Amazon. Let me look at the Amazon. Hey, look at the. I don't know if they ever put that out in high frame rate, did they? Battle of the Five Armies. Wow, it's only $12.20. $12.24. I have to figure out what's going on with this microphone. It's how do you say annoying? Annoying. Okay, I'm done. All right, y'all. I'm done. I decided to cut the show shorter, 1.5 hours. I got nothing to talk about anyway. And I want to go play some video games, pat myself on the belly and on the back because I did some work. I did what I needed to do. I feel great, so I should celebrate. Time to celebrate. Come celebrate. Wait, no, that become a anyway. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Next week I'm gonna have the Game Pass giveaway. I'm gonna pimp it out on like Twitter and Facebook so that more people come to All Games and stuff and be like, yo, you gotta go to All Games, the allgames.com/live chat room if you want to win that mother flower Game Pass code. Free month of Game Pass, baby. So yeah, so I'm giving that away. Actually, I think I have a month of gold as well. I might give that away. I don't want to use all these things I should have used to offset the price of the. That's all good. Anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Once again, it's mad shows on allgames.com. Check them out. Allgames.com/live is where the chat room bees at. That's where the stream is on every page. Pretty much every page. And yeah, go there. There's mad shows. Fantastic. Forum. Mom's Minute. Zombie Cast. Knuckleballer Radio. Pop Belly Gamers. Pop Belly Gamers. I got drool. Who else be on there? 42 level 1 B team. The Fred Rojas show. That's not what it's called. Gaming History 101. What else? Other stuff too. So y'all can check it. And it's good. I like Fantastic Forum a lot because they have more audio problems than I do. Yeah, and it's just me trying to figure it. They got like 29 people over there that can switch it. I'm just kidding. It's like 2 and 2 via satellite. That's true, right? It's satellite. Anyway, thank you to our leader and Nitropod wizard, Scott Rubin, for putting up with us for so long. Also, Doom Plague and Chess is not sure what to play now. Might get Tales of Desperia, Nights into Dream 134. Is it worth it? Nights is cool. Sega, that's Team Sonic, man. Doom Plague, do it. Doom Plague, do it. Do it. Doom Plague, do it. Nights into Dreams. It's pretty good. It's weird, but it's pretty good. That's about it. I'm gonna play some more Hellblade tonight, and I'm gonna play some more Sea of Thieves. So I'm gonna catch y'all online. I'm gonna see if I can get a crew together. I might have to start crewing it up because I need to get more levels more faster. And just doing this solo dolo is not doing it, man. 11, 8, and 6 ain't doing it. Although I like the skeleton missions. I like killing fools. I start sniping fools. I like sniping. I'm like, shoot them in the head. It's so satisfying hearing the skeleton bones crumple. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I'll check y'all next week. I'll check y'all on Xbox tonight. Remember, next week is the giveaway for the Game Pass, free month of Game Pass. And if I don't give it away then I'll throw it up on Twitter or something. We'll see. Tilt away, all games. Tilt away. I said bye to all games, and I got some gold grams. Now I'ma say bye to Twitch and Mixer and all of y'all people. What the body? Everybody wants a bit of more time, but I'll go get them with time, but I'll let them go but die way. I'm a song, come on, let them on the dive, and the damage is confident, the damage is Jose. Focus. Tilt away.